All right, my friends, it's time for piano. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to piano today. I'm so happy because we get to have another lesson and spend some time together, but also learn the other half of that sonatina we were working on, right? Yeah, so let's see if we can do that. But before we get started, if you could do some things for me. If you can like and share this video, you know that helps me reach more piano learners across the globe that are looking for a piano teacher like me. Also, if you could subscribe. Subscribing is one of the easiest things that you can do to help support this channel. It helps me understand what is working on my channel, and so I can cater all of those videos for you. All right, so go ahead and subscribe. Next, we operate on a Discord server, right? So if you want to take your piano lessons to the next level, join us on Discord. This is where you get the full experience of my teaching studio, and you get to have feedback from me on your videos of yourself playing your piano. You are separated into your classes. You get to know your classmates and provide encouraging words for them too. And we just have a lot of fun, and I'd love to see you there. And last but definitely not least, I operate on Patreon. And Patreon is how we keep the sustaining nature of this channel going. If you want to make a financial commitment between $5 and $90 a month, you can do that, right? At the $90 level, that's if you want some private lessons from me, right? But the $5 level is very popular, and for those super fans out there who maybe they're not actually learning piano, but they just want to help support me anyway, that's a great tier to join. So I'd love to see you on my patrons list. Thank you. All right, so let's get started, okay? We did such an amazing job learning the first half of Sonatina. Go ahead and pull out your lesson book, okay? Here it is. There's the lesson book. And look at mine. The cover's coming off. We've used it so much that it's totally coming apart. I bet yours is coming apart too. So I'm going to turn to page 68 and find Sonatina, all right? Now, as we're going through Sonatina, we're going to remember these important things, okay? We only learned the first 4 lines of this song, right? And they were both in C position. We also had a nice 3/4 time signature, and our tempo was listed like allegro moderato. So it's not too fast, but it's definitely not slow, okay? We have interesting dynamics as well, from piano, crescendoing all the way to a forte, and then all the way back down. And we even had some pedaling that we had to be in charge of too, right? Yeah, there's a lot going on. That's why they put it at the end of the book, right? Because it's one of the harder songs. So let's go ahead and play this first section A together, all right? Let's do it. All right, there's our piano view. Looking good. All right, so with piano view, we are going to make sure we are in C position. All right. I've got both my hands in C position, and I am ready to begin. I also have my right foot on the damper pedal, ready to press down as soon as we begin playing, okay? Let's count off. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. It, my friends. Wow. See, it goes by pretty quick. Doesn't it go by pretty quickly? It really does, right? When we have that really consistent allegro moderato feel throughout the whole song, it's quite quick, that section A, isn't it? Yeah. So if you were able to keep up, oh my, that's amazing. It's such a great song. And that section 8 is beautiful for a sonatina that we first saw just last week. Yeah, so we got to learn the rest of the song, don't we? Now, this is the point in time in our music where something happens, okay? You notice on page 69, the second line, there is a lot of information at the end of that line, okay? I want you to look at the first thing in orange. It says, move right hand to G position. Okay, so that's telling us, just like we did for French Lullaby and had to move our left hand, this song is doing the other hand. We're moving the right hand this time, okay? Now, once we put that right hand in G position, the left hand's staying in C position, okay? But there's something else. There's something else that they're telling us. Look at the very last part of that line. I see a double bar, but then after the double bar, I see two sharp signs. And if I look really closely, those sharp signs are on the F line. So what is that telling us? Think. It must be that we are adding F sharps to our song. So not only did we change the right hand position, we added F sharps to the rest of the song, okay? That's gonna change some things. So let's see if we can switch to piano view and we'll work through this change, this transition time in the song, okay? This is called the B section. So let's learn the B section together. Let's do it. All right. Back to piano view. Okay, so we played Sonatina and we were in C position. So I'm just gonna start there. Let's start in C position. All right, there's my C position, okay? Now, at the end of line 2 on page 69, remember it says in orange, move your right hand to G position. So which one's my right hand? Bingo! Okay, so let's move up. Now I see that my right hand pinky is on a G already. So I'm just gonna put my left hand thumb, or not my left hand, my right hand thumb, finger 1 on that G and fan out those fingers, okay? Now that was part 1 of what we had to do. We also have to add in what? An F sharp, yes, okay. So because one of our hands has our finger 2 on an F, see the left hand? We're gonna move that finger 2 to the F sharp. Okay, now this right here is the position you should be in for section B. We also have the blue box at the beginning of line 3 on page 69, and it says the key of G major. Okay, we see that those F sharps are there again, so all those Fs in this part of the song are going to be sharp, unless there is a natural sign. Okay, so because of that, I would like to learn this second B section one hand at a time. So let's put our left hand in our lap and let's work just with the right hand, okay? Now they gave us the first note. It's a finger 2, and if I look very carefully in G position, finger 2 is on an A, okay? So let's see if we can figure this out, all right? I'll count off slowly and let's learn it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. A, B, A up to D, 2 and 3, A, up to D. And there it is, okay? Now you probably noticed, you're like, Miss Izzy, what are you doing? What are you doing, Miss Izzy? You're not saying all the notes. Yes, I know. I'm only saying a few here and there. This is because at this point in your piano learning journey as a beginner, we should be aware of the notes on the lines and the spaces in G position, okay? If you see it traveling up, line, space, they're going up by a step, right? Yeah, so you can figure out those missing notes, okay? Don't be worried about it. Don't get nervous if it's still a little confusing to figure out the notes. We have to look at things like direction and if it's steps or skips, okay? You can do this. I know you can. All right, let's go back and play that right hand section again. This time I'm not going to say anything. Okay, you got this. All right, here we go. Starting with our finger number 2 on A. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. A. Very good. Wonderful job on that right hand. Excellent work, yeah. So as you're going through, use your ear, use your eyes, and follow along on that staff. If it helps you writing in those note names, you do that, okay? But at this point in your learning, we should be able to figure out notes in relation to other notes, okay? Let's learn the left hand now. Like, enough about the right hand. Let's get into some fun stuff in the left hand. Now, this is the hand where we added the F sharp, right? That really makes it sound different. So let's see exactly how different it sounds, okay? Let's do it. All right, there we are. We are there in our C position. Remember, this one didn't change. And our finger 2 is up on the F sharp, okay? So let's play that opening third. It looks like a D finger 4 and a finger 2 F sharp, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, G, F sharp, E. Very good. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, G, F, E, D. Ooh, something happened. Uh-oh, sound the alarm! Woo, 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 woo! We gotta sound the alarm because guess what? The last F in section B is not even a sharp. It's a natural. Did you see that at the end there? I see it at the very bottom of 69, the last measure. It goes from G, F, E, D, right? There's no sharp. So that's the only F in that whole section that is not sharp. We know this because they put the natural sign in front of it, right? Kind of looks like this. It's hard I don't think I grabbed my poster in time before I started recording. But yeah, it kind of looks like that, right? All right, the natural sign takes away the sharp, okay? And it says, play a regular F instead, right? Okay, so let's play that left-hand section B once more. All right, here we go. All right, I love it. I love the natural at the end of that because it changes the color of the song again. All right, here we are in C position. Oop, I gotta put my finger 2 on that F sharp. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. 2, 3. 2, 3. stop there, right? Awesome! How do you feel about that? Yeah, it's really one of those cool sections of a song that it really like flexes your brain muscle, right? Having to play in two positions is not an easy thing, but you're well on your way to figuring it all out. That's the beauty of problem solving at the piano, right? It's really cool. And it feels even better when you finally get it exactly right and you're like, I did it! And you feel really good about yourself. That's how we want you to feel. Okay? Now there's some more instructions at the end of that section B. I look at the very bottom of 69 and it says in orange, move right hand to C position. So we're going to move our right hand back to where it was before. And then I see da capo al fine. Now we know da capo al fine means from the top, right? We're going back to the beginning and we keep playing until we see the word fine. Yeah, you're right, okay? So let's do that. Let's do that, okay? We're going to play all of section B. Slowly, hands together. If you can't play hands together yet, that's fine. I don't expect you to learn it in 10 minutes. But maybe on the replay, when you learn this later on, after some practice days, you can play along with me at this moment, okay? All right, let's give it a try. I'm going to start section B and then go right into the da capo. And then I'll play you the whole song. Ooh, how exciting. All right, my right hand is in G position. My left hand is in C position with that funky F sharp. There it is. Hey-o. Let's hear section B, hands together. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Back to C position. Good job. And there's the fine. We can stop right there. Lovely. Very good. Now, I noticed a couple of things that I completely skipped, which is normal, right? So like when I'm going through the music, I notice things that I should have done in the past. But guess what? We can just play it again. It's not like, are we waiting on somebody? Just play it again. It's okay. That's fine. If you mess up, it happens, okay? It even happens to me. So let me tell you about the things that I skipped, and I totally forgot. I skipped the crescendos and diminuendos. I feel like I played everything mezzo forte. That's okay. I just need to be a little more aware of those dynamics, right? The alligators, right? Yeah, those alligators. I gotta make sure that I'm doing those crescendos and diminuendos. I also noticed that at the end, 69, line 2, it says at the top of that line, second time ritardando, right? I missed that completely. So ritardando, if you remember, it is to slow down gradually, right? So this is to signify to our audience that this is the end of the song, okay? We've completed the ABA format of our sonatina. Now we close with a ritardando, and that lets the audience know that, okay? I should have remembered that, but I didn't. But guess what? I said I was going to play it again, huh? I did! So I'm going to play the whole song again, all the way through, with a da capo. And I'm going to make sure I remember all of those elements that make this song special. I'm not just playing notes. I'm playing everything, okay? I'm also going to bump my tempo up a little bit too, because it says allegro moderato. If it just said moderato, I'd just keep it what it is. But it included the word allegro. And allegro, we know, is cheetah speed. So let's do like a lazy cheetah speed. Allegro moderato, okay? Lazy cheetah coming up. Here we go. All right, there it is, Sonatina. Listen from the beginning all the way to the end. Follow the roadmap. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. And there you go. Wasn't it cool? It was. And I'm telling you, when you have the satisfaction of seeing and hearing what it's like when you put the dedication and the time into your practice and it sounds good, you feel awesome about yourself. You really do. I love this piece as a beginning sonatina. It is wonderful, and it is definitely one to really boost that confidence, because once you get it, wow, wow, wow. The feeling is amazing. So work hard on sonatina, finish it strong, and remember all the things that make it special, okay? A song is more than notes. It's everything. It's a feeling. It's communicating with your audience how special this song really is, okay? So think about that, all right? Wonderful! Okay, let's close the book. Pull out your theory book. Bingo! So if you remember correctly, last week, I gave you the last page in the book. Yes, page 48 is the last page in the book. Well, guess what? If you've already done it, you're done. 1 second potty, 1 second potty, 1 second potty. But if you haven't done it yet, you got it this week, okay? Well, you get 1 more week to finish your theory book. Now, if you finish your theory book and you are totally done, I want you to take a selfie with your theory book. And I want you to post it on our Discord, okay? I want you to go into your class channel and post a picture of yourself with your finished theory book. That's a huge accomplishment because theory is so important for your music instruction, okay? I want to be proud of you, okay? Very good. All right. Well, quick message. Let's talk about Patreon. Patreon is so important because that is the fuel to this YouTube channel, okay? I'm a one-woman shop, okay? All of the things that you see and hear and the instruction that I am giving, it's all me. And I need support to keep this going, right? The easiest way to do that is to sign up on Patreon. Plus, you get the really cool thing to say, hey, I'm a patron of Izzy Chia, right? And that's so important because it sort of makes you feel a little bit more pride in learning your piano, okay? So choose something that works for you between $5 a month all the way to $90 a month, okay? I only have 2 slots left for private lessons, but that's okay. If you're looking for private, I can do that, okay? Very good. All right, thank you so much for letting me say that. All right, let's see here. Good! And then we end every music lesson with the music quotes, right? So I have a great one here from the French poet and author Alphonse de Lamartine. And what he says is, music is the literature of the heart. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it really is. Music is the literature of the heart. It's like through music, our heart is communicating. And you can communicate so many different things, so many different emotions to so many different people. So really take that music and make it yours so that we can understand and listen to who you are and what your story is. Because that story, I guarantee you, is a very important one. And we need to hear it. So music is the literature of the heart. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that quote for today. Lovely one. Now, this lesson and the next week's lesson are the final ones in the Spring 2021 series, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? That means that I'm going to be taking a short break in the summertime, all right? I'm going to give this time for my students to play catch up. So that way in the fall, we can start again with level 2. And that's so exciting. All right, thank you very much for tuning in. I will see you all on Discord, on my subscribers list. Hopefully sign up as a patron, and I'll see you later, okay? Take care. Bye.